Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Wait a second, let me sit because I was standing. Let me see my face here on YouTube. There is a globe behind my computer that's not letting me. No, it's fine. Yeah, no, it's fine. I think. Yeah, no, it's fine. Hi, good morning, everyone. Again, coming here with the friendly advice. Yesterday, I did something that was very interesting. Yesterday night, I was so energetic. I couldn't find like the sense of sleeping, couldn't feel that I was sleepy. So I called my mother, my parents actually, because my father was also with my mother. And I started to talk to my mother, and I was talking to her. She's live right now. She definitely is not coming to watch this live stream right now because she's doing a live stream on her Instagram. And I was talking to her yesterday. It was around what 10:30 p.m. over here in Berlin, and over there 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 6, 6, 6 p.m. Yeah, okay, fine. We were talking and we started talking about many things that were concerning me. I was very worried, I was concerned, I was feeling a little bit negative. And because of this, good morning, Neto, how are you? And because of this, I started to feel bad. You know, when you are negative and you start like feeling like some things are burning, your stomach is burning. And then I decided I started to recite all the advices that my parents had given me. It was very funny because I was there on my cell phone. I took my cell phone to the toilet and I was braiding my hair, I was brushing my eyebrow, and my mother was saying that, oh my God, if your students see you like this right now, they're gonna be like, oh my God, teacher Karin is going crazy. She is going crazy. She is losing her mind. Well, 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 well. Maybe, maybe yes, maybe not. But the important thing was I started to say the things that I learned from them. And the things that I learned, they are very important and I carry until today. One of them was saying that, Karini, if you want to do something, you do it. Do not wait for people to come with you or to do it with you. Another thing, if you were not invited, don't go. Stop going after people that are not willing to have you around. If you were not invited, just don't go. Wait a second. Let me find here. Mm, How do I share? Ah, here you are. Now I'm on my computer. I'm trying to share the link of my live stream on YouTube. Good morning. And so I was there telling and saying thank you to my mother and my father because of the things that I had learned, that they had taught me, that they taught me so many. I started to number them. I started from this one. I started from this one that if you want to do something, you should not wait for other people to come and do it with you. You want to go somewhere? Just go. Don't wait for people to come with you. And then the other one, if people do not invite you, do not come. If people are ignoring you, stop insisting. If you see that people are not fitting or they are not willing to have you around, do not insist to be around. And another one that is a very big thing in the society. If you cannot eat anymore, don't eat it. Put on your plate only what you will eat. Crazy, isn't it? And do not eat something that is going to be bad for you just to be polite. She had told me a story one time um, that there was a guy from a church, was a pastor or something, someone representative of a church that had come to visit one of the members of another church, and this member had prepared food with pork, which he was allergic, like me. I am allergic to pork, and this minister or pastor, he was also allergic, and he ate. And after some time, he started to feel a horrible pain, and he started to have digestive problems, and he was feeling so bad. And then the person asked, wait, what is happening to you? And then he said, I, because I am allergic, I just didn't want to say anything, that I couldn't eat this food because you made with so much affection and this and that. And this person ate the food to please the other person. My mother told me, Karine, never eat or never do something to please someone else, something that you do not want to do, you cannot do, just don't. Do not do anything to please other people because it will be bad for you, not to them. It will be bad for you. And she said, learn to say no. And I was there, brushing my eyebrows and speaking. Say no. When you don't want to do something, say, no, I don't want. I don't want to eat it. I don't want to come. I don't. No, I will not come. And one of the things that I learned from my father, the Bodo lesson. Bodo, I asked a friend from here, from Germany, if he knew what was Bodo, because this is a plant. Bodo, it's a plant that is very well known in Brazil, um, and it is very bitter. Let me show here. This is the plant, Boldo. And this is used for the liver. You have no idea. This is a very, very bitter plant. Very bitter. And I learned from my father one thing. He said, Karine, Bodo is very bitter. But what is worse? To feel a bitter taste or to continue feeling the discomfort in your belly? That you are vomiting, that you are having diarrhea, that you are having pain. What is worse? A bitter taste in your tongue or a very big pain in your belly? I learned, and from this, I learned that it's better for you to take something that is bitter, that will cause you good, than to avoid the bitterness and stay with the harm. And this transformed into it's better you hear the bitter truth that will fix the situation than live with the lie that is harming you. So sometimes truth will be bitter. Yes, most times. People don't want to know the truth. People don't want to know because it is bitter. But I learned it's better for you to take it. Take the medicine. Take this bitter plant, because in my house we didn't used to use like medicines. No, we were not using pharmaceutic medicines. We were mostly using plants, natural medicines. So I learned from this that it's better to take this bitter truth, bitter medicine, this bitterness, than just to stay suffering with the lie. And another thing is asking questions. Asking questions when you do not understand. And this was something that made my mother laugh because she used to explain, she used to say something, she say, you're such a sweet person with a great heart. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Perfect routines. I don't know your name. If you can put your name over there. And thank you very much. A sweet person. Sometimes I am a sweet person telling bitter truths, and people don't want to get the bitter truth, that will heal them. But, well, thank you very much. About the questions, she would explain something to me, and she would say, did you understand? I would say, yes. And she would say, Karini, if you don't understand something, you say, no, I did not understand. Learn to say no. It's not wrong to say, I did not understand. The bitter truth is hard to swallow. Yes. I was telling yesterday to my mother and my father because this bad thing to swallow was one time I remember I was 4 years old. It was a tea with the flower of papaya. The flower of papaya was for the liver. I was having a very bad condition in my digestive system, and I remember that they had to hold my nose, and open my mouth for me to drink it because I didn't want to swallow. It was so bitter and so bad that I didn't want to swallow it. And then later, my parents they said, Karini, look, remember that we had to hold you, so you will swallow the tea that we made. Yes, I remember. Well, did you feel good after you drank the tea? I said, yes, but the tea was very bad. They said, yes, the tea is very bad. It tastes horrible, but the effect it will have on you, it is very good. So here is the tea. We will not hold you anymore. You will choose if you will feel the discomfort, if you want to have the pain, or you're gonna drink it. We're not gonna force you to drink it. You have to choose. So me, like that 4-year-old child, I took that mug warm. It was a warm mug with the tea. The smell was horrible. If you have ever beaten the seed of a papaya, you know that it is bitter, but it doesn't compare with the flower. When you bite, your parents are legends. Well, they are very enlightened. They always look for wisdom, and they are all the time saying, "Oh my God, I don't know anything." But continuing, you take the seed of the papaya, you bite it. It's bitter, but the flower is like 100 times more. And I was 4. I had to be like, I was 4 years old. I had to drink the thing. But because my parents explained to me and they showed, look, it's better for you to drink. When you drink, it passes in your tongue, it goes down. After 5 minutes, you don't feel anything anymore. It is very difficult to swallow, but after you swallow it, there is no discomfort anymore. There is no discomfort anymore. So you swallow that, and that's over. But the pain, if you don't take that thing that will be good for you, it will continue, it will last. So it's better to swallow that bitter thing that will be good for you than like be like, oh no, I don't want it. So yes, so it's so bitter. I tried to eat them last year. Yes, they are very bitter. So it's like the truth. So this is what I have learned from my age of 4. It's better for you to swallow a bitter truth because when you swallow, it came, it entered, it's over. It's better like this. Then you continue with that discomfort and it's like so yes, this is, and then after this, I great job, dear. Thank you, thank you. I was very brave at that moment. 4 years old, like looking at that tea and be like, oh my god, that's gonna be bad. But then I learned because I learned a lot from the little things that my parents taught me. And one of the things that everyone should do is connect. So they didn't tell me anything about truth. Like I was 4. They wouldn't just come to me and um, say that they want me to understand that the truth is bitter and blah blah. Peter, you want to? Do you want to join? Because you sent a request. I don't know if he's gonna join or not. Accept. Okay. All right. Okay, I think it was by mistake. I don't know. Well, so my mistake. No problem. No problem. It happens. My mother, every time she's doing a live stream, she always asks, "Did you do this by mistake or was intentional? Because you want to join and say something." Well, you could join and say something, maybe. I'd give space for you to talk, because in our conversation, I saw that you have a lot of things to share, a lot of things within you that you can share. And if you want, old person, new tech. Well, it's sometimes the finger just goes to the wrong place, you know. Yeah. So yes, another person also did the same thing. Oh, the person wants to join actually. I don't know. People are requesting to join. I don't know if people are gonna actually join and say something. Hello. Hello, welcome. This one was not by accident. It was not by mistake, right? It was not by mistake. You have something to say, something to share with us about this thing of truth, of swallowing the truth. Exactly, exactly. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support. And this is another thing that, yeah, I'm telling here about the things that I was talking to my parents yesterday. Thank you for the kind words. I will join eventually. Thank you, Peter. You are very wise too. The comment. Yesterday I was talking to my parents about this, that like sometimes you say that you will do something, and you actually have to keep your word to yourself, because when you lie to yourself, you don't trust yourself anymore, because you are the only person. Like, how will you live a life if you are telling yourself, I will go and do this? Time passes, you procrastinate, and you never do this. So every time you say that you're going to do something, your brain be like, nah, this person doesn't do anything. This person doesn't. No, 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 you're not gonna do, because you remember that time that you said that you were going to do that thing you didn't do. Just relax, you are just like that. You don't keep your promises to yourself. So uh, about the doing the hard things, I had do you know the pacifier? When you are a baby and you have the pacifier. I remember when I was also 4, I was also in that age. I had many pacifiers and I had to stop using them because my parents said, Karini, you're gonna have problem in your jaw. It will be like this, that. They showed me pictures because they would not just take it out from me. They would ask me to do it myself. I stopped using it. I stopped it because I was 4 years old. I was old enough for that. And I was feeling very bad. And I told them, can you throw it away for me? They said, you started a decision, you finish. We can help you, but you will take it with your hand and throw it away. We can help you, we can take you to the trash can, you will do it by yourself. So sometimes you be like, oh my god, that's gonna be so difficult, that's this truth is so difficult, it's so hard, but you look at the consequence of what you're doing, you'll be like, okay, it's gonna be difficult, it's gonna be hard, but it's worth it because I'm gonna do it and I know the outcome. It's gonna be difficult in the beginning. Maybe it will be hard for me, like lifting a weight. Sometimes I am crying in the gym because I'd be like, that's gonna hurt, that's gonna burn, that's gonna. But remember, that's gonna feel good after you do it. It's only a little bit of discomfort. In that moment, it's gonna be a little bitter in that moment, but later you have that outcome, that feeling. Okay, I did it. So yes, tell me more because now that you said about not lying to yourself, now I want more. Can you share more? Hmm. And you end up repeating it because you're regretting. You repeat it. Exactly, exactly. And I see many people doing this because the people, they are all the time complaining about things that actually don't matter. Like I was outside. I'm in Berlin right now, and the people were like, "Ah, it's such a bad weather." Dude, you are awake. You are living. Breathe this air, awesome air. Make this day an awesome day. And when you are regretting, I have one student that she is all the time talking about mistakes and how she learned from the mistakes. When you regret, you don't look at the lesson, you only look at the fact that happened. And the fact keeps happening until you learn the lesson. Positive thoughts are always. Yes, when you change your perspective and you stop looking at, for example, you broke a glass and you keep looking at the broken glass. Okay, the glass is broken. No, look around and see. I broke this glass because my hand was slippery, or because I was stressed, because I was late. So you learn the lesson and you don't do it again. It is correct. It is okay to make a mistake because you are learning from the mistake. The wrong thing is you repeat the mistake because you didn't learn the lesson. This is what happens. And people are afraid to make mistakes, afraid to fail because they are afraid of the judgment of the others. But the judgment of the others doesn't matter. They are not even looking at you. The judgment is coming from you to you. Like nobody's paying attention. If they see, they will not even remember. They're living their lives. Yes, the people have their own problems, and then everyone is afraid of what people are gonna think. And about the jealousy is bad when you wish the other person bad because they got something. When you look at someone and be like, oh, this person got such a nice car, wow. Okay, if this person can, I can. This is, I don't even consider this jealousy, but this is the term that you give to desiring something that you just saw that belongs to someone else. Jealous. Yeah, when you are negative, when you're talking bad about people, because this is the problem. You start to judge other people, and you started to, this is what I always talk about. You only judge people based on yourself. The judgment that you give to others is the judgment that you give to yourself. So you see someone that got is getting better in their lives and say this person doesn't deserve it. Actually, you were saying that you don't deserve. This is what you think because you think that the other person does not deserve this good thing. You are not allowing yourself to grow because the critics, the people who criticize you, they are lower than you because they didn't walk in your path. So everybody that has been on your shoes, they will not criticize you. They will ask you, what are you doing? Are you fine? You're doing good. Keep going. But the people that has never done anything of their lives, they are just watching and being like, show off. It's trying to do something. Look at this. But I don't care. That is the most important thing. Don't care. Because the only person that matters is you. Like, you judge yourself, you tell the truth to yourself. So you choose, or you tell the truth to yourself, or you judge yourself. There are the two choices. You tell it yourself, okay, it's gonna be difficult, but what matters is what I think. So what you think is what matters. So if you're thinking about yourself in a positive way, I can get it. Yes, you can. Nobody nobody will affect it. Their judgment, nobody judging. Like, for example, you just joined the live stream. If someone will think like, someone is judging, nobody's judging, is it? Oh, where are you now, actually? Huh? Ah. Sorry? No green for anybody. I understand. Now I understood. No green for anybody. Okay. Oh, Karini, yes, correct. It's correct. And I don't be like me, be like Jesus, be like God. Because I, all the time, I am like, please, God, give me wisdom to speak the truth because I want people to understand and be pure. Because people now, they are not pure, they are not transparent. People, they are full of dirt and they are afraid of washing themselves and being pure. What I want is people to understand themselves, understand life. And thank you very much for your appreciation. Right now, before you joined, that someone else had sent a request to join. The name of this person is Peter, and we had had a conversation about the contents of Instagram, that what people are doing on social media, because most people, most women, they are just sharing body pictures just for, for nothing, for attention. personal growth, not just like a person to, oh my God, I just want to have some fun. Let's just talk to this. But no, the funny thing is that people, I was talking to a guy one day, and he was saying, "But Karin, you are so young. You behave like a 60-year-old woman. You are just going to bed so early. You are not drinking. You are not having fun." I said, "What is having fun? I have fun when I sit and I can have a deep conversation with a person and understand this growth makes me have so much fun. I have fun when I go to the middle of the woods and I start playing with, like, my parents. We just start to play with the soil and play with animals and talk about nice things, not talking about how the world is so bad, how that girl got with that person, gossiping about people, just spending my life with alcohol. No, well, when you understand how life is, you do not waste time doing things that are so superficial, so shallow. You understand that it's deeper than this, that it goes beyond just having fun. What is actually having fun? The concept of having fun. Yeah? Okay, no problem. We can keep in touch. You can send a message, and I thank you very much. Richard's your name? Thank you very much, Richard, for joining and for sharing what is inside of you. That is like the sun. It is light. Thank you for your light. Thank you, and let's keep in touch and have an awesome day. And 12 p.m. And there 12:09 exactly. Thank you very much. God bless you. Bye bye. So people, you see that when you are aligned, when you are living and telling the truth and swallowing the bitter truth, actually it brings you people that are aligned with the same truth. Talk to us. Wait a second. Is my internet fine? Can you guys comment over there? Cause okay, I think it's okay because it was just loading and loading and loading. When you are being authentic, when you are pure, when you have intention in what you do, other people will come to you. Many people they are worried about being alone, being lonely, of not having people around. Richard, we don't know each other. We don't know each other. Like it was very spontaneous of him to send a request to join the live stream. Never had contact with each other. But when you are aligned in your purpose and you are authentic and firm with your intention, people will come to you. When you share the truth, the same people that have the truth, they will come and they will share and be like, oh my God, I understand, I feel you. But the beginning, as I said, the beginning is very bitter, the beginning is very difficult. The beginning you look at that bitter seed that you need to drink from and you be like, oh my God, that's gonna be so bitter, that's gonna be so bad. What do you stand for? I stand for the truth. I stand for the truth. I stand for the way and life. That's what I stand for. The truth, the way, and the life. That is it. I just want to share the truth, lighten the way for the life. That is it. Because I ask my Heavenly Father every single day to give me wisdom so I can bring people to life because people are mostly sleeping in their lives. They're not living. Everyone became so automatic, living on automatic and not actually actively living that they cannot understand. When I have this meaning in this conversation, people mostly cannot understand. Christian, I don't label religion, but trust me, Jesus, yes, I stand for Jesus, Jesus the Savior, but I will not say that I am Christian or Jew or Muslim or Buddhist or whatever it is, because those are labels that you put on bottles. Like we have different brands of water, but it is the water. I stand for I am connected to the Father and I understand the truth and I bring the truth. And if you got what I said, you understand. The people understand. The true people understand because you know what? When you label yourself on a religion, what happens is that other people they will block themselves completely in the moment that you start talking about the truth. If you start to speak in religion terms, in religious terms, nobody will listen to you actually, because the people they are born, they grow up with that thing in their minds, that label in their minds, that this is good, this is bad, listen to this, don't listen to that. So when you put a label, even if you're telling the truth, people will not listen to it. So you remove the label and be pure, transparent to tell the truth. I've ever had a personal encounter with God. This is an awesome question. A personal encounter with God. Jose. Jose is in the live stream. Jose, can you please share any thought that you have over this question? That sorry, what's the name? Oh my God, how do I read your name? Nwanko? Nwanko, I think. Nwanko. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Yes, just try to answer, Jose, the question that Nwanko asked about what is an encounter with God. An encounter with God and being in the presence of God. Lately, I have, like, I think the day before yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, I sent Jose a video about being in the presence of God. Being in the presence of God and having an encounter with God and the understanding of God. I actually didn't send the understanding of God, but being in the presence of God, I sent to Jose because he had asked me. He had said that he was feeling like he was not in the presence of God, and then I explained what it means. And yes, I have had personal encounter with God, and I can tell you about the presence of God. I'm gonna send out the video to you because this is non-listed. I didn't put on public. I'm sending on to specific people that touch the subject. So for you, yes, I'm gonna share with you if you wish to receive. Because I always say, I said also in another live stream, if somebody doesn't ask for help, do not help people that didn't ask for your help. Because every time Jesus came and Jesus wanted to show his miracles, he would say, "What do you want me to do?" He would not do, regardless of knowing already what the person needed. He wouldn't just do it without the person asking or without the person saying specifically what the person wanted. So, this is why every time before you share an advice, you help someone, you ask, "What do you want me to do for you? Do you want this?" Never give something to someone that they didn't ask for, because this causes a big problem. One day, changing the subject a little bit, and in the same subject, one day one person had cooked for another person, and I'm gonna give some fake names to these people. So Pedro cooked for Eliana, Brazilian names. Pedro cooked for Eliana, and Eliana said, I don't want to eat. And then Pedro came to me and started to say that, oh my God, that she is so ungrateful because I made food for her and now she's saying that she doesn't want to eat. I said, did you ask Eliana if she wanted to eat? She wanted the food. Pedro said, no, I didn't ask. I said, every time you want to do something to someone else, ask the person if the person wants to receive it. Because you will feel like the person is ungrateful, but the person is not ungrateful. This is not what the person wanted. So you give something and it's valueless because this is not what the person wanted. So you didn't ask actually what the person wanted. This is why the person will be ungrateful. But it's not because the person is ungrateful, it's because you assumed that what you were doing was so good and the person needed to have it. But Pedro didn't ask Diana. So before you do something to someone that you think it is good for the person, ask the person, do you want me to do that for you? What do you do when you have believed for so long and it seems like things are not working as much as you hope for, and now you feel like giving up? One thing, what I do when I think that things are not working. Number one, I rest. You know why? Because when we feel like the things are not working, we have that impulse of doing too much more. And this drains our energy. You feel like the things are not working and not giving the results. You stop for a second and rest, but not give up. Because when you give up, you are just look at that work that you did. You were about to get what you wanted, but then you just give up. You stop, take a breath, take a rest, and go back to work again. You don't have to double the intensity because you think things are not working. You just need to let it work take time, as Richard was saying in the live right now. It will not happen in 1 week or two. It will not happen overnight. It takes time, the progress. But if you give up, it will never happen. And one thing, when you work on something, when you work on something and you consistently work on it, there is zero chance that you will not have an outcome, a result. There is zero chance. If you are doing the same work and you want and you know what you are doing, you will get the work. It is like when you are working your body, you go to the gym, you start lifting the weights, you will not see the growth overnight, in 2 weeks, in 1 month, but eventually you will start to see it. But when you feel like you want to give up, listen, you don't want to give up. You want to rest. You need to rest. Just take some rest and continue the work. How long is enough time? And why would it always want to get to that point where we lose hope? Where you lose hope? How long is enough time? It depends what you're doing. You see, I'm gonna tell you a dream that I had last year. Last year I had a dream about a door, and I needed to enter that door. It was such a beautiful door. And I looked around because it was not my door. It was not in my house. And I said, can I enter here? And I looked around to ask someone. There was nobody. I went very slowly. And when I was going to touch the handle to open the door, a woman came from the door. And I said, hey, can I enter this door? She said, no. What you will see here, you are not prepared for 8 years to see. If you enter, you will not understand. Sometimes time is enough when you learn. You need that process to learn something. Sometimes it's taking long because there are lessons that you need to learn on the way so you can handle the result. Because when you don't learn some things and you just have the result, you cannot handle the result. You will not understand how you got there. If you get the result without the process of learning, sometimes you think it is taking too much time, but because you are only looking at the result, stop looking at the result and watch the process, what you are learning step by step. Because when you are looking so far away, you start to lose hope. You look, oh my god, there is so much ground for me to walk, and you start to lose hope, and you start to be like, oh my god, my legs will not handle to go there. But look near you. What are you learning from the process? You are not losing hope because of it's taking too much time. You are losing hope because you think that the result is too far away. The result is the end. Don't look only at the result. Look at the process. Enjoy the learning process. When you start to enjoy every single time that you do something new, you will not lose hope because you know that you are doing and you are learning, and everything that you do will bring that closer to you. You just have to change your perspective from looking far away to enjoying actually the process. Hi, mom. Mom has joined. So, I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Nuanko, can you say that if I'm pronouncing correctly or not? Nuanko? So, when you see that it takes time, but you have to look that you are learning. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting and wishing to learn, because it's very important that you need to be wise to learn and learn in the process. It will take time, yes, it will take time. It will take time, but the time is the process for you to learn to handle the result. Sometimes, one day before I go to Turkey, it was in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, when I went to a store. I went to a store and I was recording. There were many crystals over there, but I knew the name of one or two. There were many crystals over there, and I saw a big purple stone, and I was like, I don't know what this is. And I was recording all the crystals around. And some days ago, I watched this video, and I was shocked because I said, "Oh my god, it is very cheap." It was a amethyst gemstone, very big, very shiny, very beautiful. And I was shocked because at that moment I didn't have enough knowledge about the gemstones. And I was just like, I don't know what this is. So the process didn't let me, I didn't have enough knowledge to know how to handle that result. The stone was extremely cheap, extremely cheap. And in that moment, I had no idea the benefit of that thing. And when I watch that video now with the knowledge that I have, I'm like, oh my god, this is true what happened in my dream. That in my dream said, if you look, you will not understand. If you see it now, you will not understand. Because sometimes when you don't go through the process and you only see the result, you do not value the result because you do not understand what you had to go through to understand that thing. So the time that it takes is preparing you for that. Don't lose hope. Be grateful and excited because every time, every hour, every day it takes is only preparing you to receive that thing and be so grateful for that thing that you be like, oh my God, if I would have had this result that time in my life, I wouldn't have known how to handle it. So don't lose hope. Be grateful for the learning, for the everyday learning, for the process you're going through. Because sometimes we go down, but in the moments that we go down are the moments that we learn the most because we start to pay attention. As Richard said, to not regret the mistakes. And I said, learn from the mistakes so you don't repeat them. So if you feel like you are repeating cycles, stop a little and analyze, what am I doing? What are the cycles teaching me? Because I'm repeating it again and again and again. If I'm repeating something too much, I have to understand what is going wrong that I didn't learn. José, no, my mother does not speak English, so you see her comment over here, it's in Portuguese. Continue, but if there is how to improve the transmission, too many pixels, but we can understand. Well, too many pixels, like the internet over here is a little bit not good. I have told God that I believe in Him so much, and if He doesn't deliver me, then it's on Him. Sometimes you are looking at what you want, not at what you are supposed to do or to have. Because, for example, since I was in Brazil, I wanted to go to Russia. I wanted to be in that country. And I went to Turkey. And from Turkey, I tried to go to Russia. I couldn't go. And then from Turkey, I came to Germany. And I see that sometimes what we want will not bring the growth and will not bring the way that we need to go through. Just look at the way and learn about yourself, learn about God. So you will understand that even if you go through somewhere you don't want to, this is a way that is making you grow to the path that you are supposed to have. It's your purpose. It may feel like it's not something that you want, but when you start to understand and stop trying to take control over everything, you will go and have so much joy in the process. So, this sometimes in the beginning, it is like this. I don't know if you're in the beginning, I don't know, but in the beginning of our journey, that sometimes our journey begins and stays in the beginning for I don't know how many years, but when we start our path, we are confused. So we just do it. Just do it. Be grateful because when God tells you to do something, He's taking care of everything. It's just like when a company sends you to somewhere, the company is taking care of everything. If the company is taking care of your hotel, accommodation, is taking care of your security, God, that is God, will not. Sometimes not easy. When so many bad things happen to you as a believer, I think there should be a balance. Strength, my brother. Strength and perspective. Stop looking at bad things as bad things. Start looking at them as lessons. So when you shift your perspective of where you're looking at, because when you're looking at things that are happening and you're saying that they are bad things, you are actually just taking the learning and the experience away. Look at the things as happenings, as events. Do not give bad or good to them. Even when you lose loved ones, you never lose someone because nobody has ever belonged to you. Are they lessons too? Sometimes yes. Sometimes yes. For you to understand the loved ones' lives, that the life does not belong to us. And when you live your life to the fullest with the loved ones, sometimes the pain of the loss we have comes from the feeling that we could have done more. But when you understand that how life is and where the life goes, you never lost someone. Nobody's lost. It's just not here. Doesn't mean that it's lost. It's not here in this realm anymore. It's not lost. When you reframe and you look at it and you let go of the feeling of guilt, anger, all of these feelings, they have to come. You feel them, but you have to let go and understand that no life belongs to you. You love someone, yes, you love. Remember the lessons that you learned from this person, and remember that you also are loved by someone, and one day he will not be here. My mother, one time, she also in the same age, 4 years old. Oh my god, so many things happened when I was 4. She took me in her arms and she said, Karine, look at me. One day I will not be here anymore. And I started to fill my eyes with tears. She said, I will not be here. It can be today, it can be tomorrow, it can be in 20 years. But I will not be here. But remember, you live without me, you live without your father, you live without anyone, but you don't live without God. And my mother told me, and she explained to me that this will happen. It will come her time to go. And she's still here. But she prepared me for this. And she explained to me the feeling of loss that you have. Please live the life with the ones you love and be true so you will not have regret. You will only be grateful. Um, when the pain of losing a father caused your mom partial stroke. Now, look at us with compassion, and it gives a hit on your career and finances. Take a step back. Take a step back. Because you know what? You are in a storm. You are in a storm. Everything is black. You cannot see anything. As I said, don't give up. Take a rest. You are tired. You are tired. Very tired. Everything is going wrong, and you are very tired. And all what happens when you are holding yourself, you are hanging on a bar, and you are holding yourself for too long, you get tired. If you don't stop and rest, what will happen to you? You should not give up, you should rest. You know what's rest? Let go of the feeling that you have to be controlling everything. Look at everything that is happening. It is happening, period. It is happening. Okay, it's a fact. Everything is happening. So if you have no control and stop the storm in the moment that it's happening, just accept happening. Period. I cannot do anything. Let go of the need to have control over what is happening for a second to rest. Everything's falling apart. Yes, everything is already crashing. If the house is crashing, you cannot just hold all of the walls. Let it happen. Let it happen. Let your feelings pass, because this is one thing that really messes us up. The need to control everything, and you try to hold all of your feelings. You need to rest. You need to rest in peace. Because when you have that feeling that everything is falling apart, the biggest problem is that I want to control it. I need to hold everything. Everything's crashing. Everything's crashing. Everything is already going down. Don't try to hold it. See me pouring out my heart like I've known you prior to now. This is the first time I'm sharing what I'm going through. I've always bottled it up inside. Thanks for listening. You are welcome. You can say, because when you say, as I said, Jesus wouldn't have done any miracles if the person wouldn't have asked for it. You need something, ask for it. You're feeling something, tell it. And there are people to listen. I'm here to listen. And this is one thing that people are so locked down. Everything is crashing. Okay, let it go. I'm sorry because you feel like this. You're going through things like this. It is difficult. I cannot measure the difficulty and how you feel. Because I know that when I feel bad, people cannot measure my feelings. People cannot understand the dimension of what I'm feeling. I am sorry. But one piece of advice that I can give you is let go of the feeling of controlling and rest. Because you cannot have strength if you do not rest yourself from the necessity of controlling. You need to breathe. And I'm not just saying to be like, do just breath work. I'm talking about just going somewhere, even though everything is crashing. This is a fact. This is a fact. Now you need to calm yourself down, change your mind, and understand. In this part of the world, no one listens. Trust me. What part of the world are you? If you need to talk more, we can talk on the DMs, because it becomes more personal. And thank you for sharing, because certainly there are much more people over here that will watch this video and need to listen. And I have to thank you because you share. Because like these people that are going through the same thing and have no courage to share, they will hear and they will understand and see the light. Thank you very much for sharing this. Thank you for trusting, for letting go, because every action that you do not only benefits you but benefits a lot of people. So don't give up, rest. Every time you feel like you should give up, rest. You just need to rest. You just need to rest. I have gone through, I have said in other live streams, I have gone through moments of depression where I was very bad. And I had to even write on the wall for me to smile that living is good. And I understand the feeling, but I cannot measure your feeling. But I can speak about this because I understand this feeling that you are lost, that you want to give up, that nothing else makes sense. But trust me, trust me. Everything that you're going through is a moment that is making you stronger, and this will benefit not only you but a whole generation. By your strength, by the way you figure things out, it will benefit not only you. It is very difficult in the moment that we are going through pain. It is very hard in this moment because nobody can take us out of there. In the moment that you're feeling that everything is black, Nobody can just drag you out of yourself. I understand. But what you need to understand is that these moments are giving you strength when you are looking for strength in these moments. Because when you just give up in your mind, you lose all your strength. So take your time to rest. Rest. Don't look for the control to control the situation. The situation has gone bad. So don't try to control a situation that has already happened. Now rest and you see what you will do about it. Let go of the control. Everything happened. Period. Open your hand. Do it right now. Just you're holding like this. Just do this exercise. Open. You let go of control. Okay, everything's happened. Take a step back. Rest yourself. Put your back on a seat, on a chair. You don't have to control everything that has already happened. Rest. If you need to sleep, sleep and come back, and you will see that you are stronger, that you will handle this. And when you look back, you'll be like, unbelievable. How did I do this? Unbelievable. If you ask for strength, trust me, you will get the strength. And that message that you only get things to make you stronger, it's not only this that comes. You are going through something that is beating you up. But when you ask for strength in these moments, what comes to you? Nutrition. Come things that makes you stronger in a way that you don't understand, you can't measure. It doesn't come more difficulties. It will come a lot more of power to you. I'm talking about a person that has gone through bad things. And trust me, it's not worse things that come when you ask for strength in these moments are more things that will make you stronger. Comes power. Power that you cannot understand where it is coming from, but it just comes. Heavenly, divine power. So, thank you very much, Nuanko, and thank you, Jose. I think Richard, he was here, his phone just died. But thank you all for participating and thank you for trusting. If you need to talk, you can write, I can listen, and it is my pleasure to listen because I understand, because I have gone through the same path. I understand. It hurts, yes. And remember, the way you look at things will change things. The way you look at them, it's the way you give the meaning. Look at the situation without saying good or bad. Just look at it. Observe. Observe. And I I give you all a hug and say that in God I love you all. Thank you very much for participating because you bring me light. You think that I am sweet and kind. No, the source is you. Your trust brings me light. And thank you very, very much. I wish you a great day with much power, much light, much knowledge. And you're blessed. Remember, you have the approval of God to live, and everything that you need, you already have. You have to access it. Rest, clear your mind, and then you're gonna see that answers come, power comes. So, have an awesome day, awesome life. Bye bye.